Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. What we're going to make are, well, sugarless cookies. And I know people that don't like sugarless, I think you're really going to like these cookies. They are actually, there's no sugar in them. And they're oatmeal and raisin cookies. You can also add sugar-free chocolate chips to them, or you can make it as a regular recipe and substitute the sweetener with something else or sugar. So let's get started. First up, I like to call them my breakfast oatmeal cookies. And we're going to start off, I'm going to use my stand-up mixer. You of course can use a hand mixer. But I find this faster for the video. Start off with 8 tablespoons or 1 stick of butter. Now, if you don't have butter or you don't like butter, go ahead and use margarine. They come out delicious, really either way. Now, I cut it up into small pieces so that I could cream it faster. So I'm just going to turn it on for a second to break up that butter. Now you'll also want that at room temperature, so it really will cream well. And of course I would cream it longer than that, but I'm moving it along due to the video. The next thing we're going to put in is an equivalent to 3/4 cups of sweetener. Now you can use whatever brand that you like or that you prefer, that kind of thing, but you do want it equivalent to 3/4 of a cup of your favorite sweetener. The next thing we're going to be putting in, excuse me, are 2 eggs. I'm going to beat them one at a time, and they've been at room temperature. And again, I'm going to warn you about the sound of my mixer because it can come pretty loud on your end, okay? So we'll beat one end, and now the second. And again, I'll warn you about the sound. I want to mention that I no longer put the recipe below the video, and I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to do a kind of a recap if you are or you'd like to jot it down. We started off with 1 stick of butter, which is 8 ounces, okay, at room temperature, 3/4 of a cup of your favorite sweetener, and we just beat in 2 eggs. Now we're going to put in vanilla. And we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And again, just beat this till it's nice and smooth and yellow and ribbon-like. Now I'm going to use my spatula to get to the bottom because it tends to stick down there, and I gotta make sure that we get this well beaten in. So I'm going to turn it on, warn you about the sound. Okay, again, spend that 2 minutes or 3 minutes in bringing this all together. I'm just moving it along so that I don't have to keep you too long watching the video. The next thing you're going to be putting in is 3/4 of a cup of flour. All right, and we're going to beat that in. Warn you about the sound. And beat that till it's nice and smooth and creamy, okay? And you'll probably be doing that at about medium to medium-low speed, that kind of thing. The next thing that you're going to be putting in, of course, are the oats or the oatmeal. I'm using the original, okay? And you're going to use 1.5 cups, and I'm going to just throw it all in there and then mix it together. Warn you about the sound. The next thing we're going to be putting in is 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. That was a half a teaspoon. We're going to put a half a teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to put a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, but I have to tell you, I love cinnamon, so I round it. If you know what I mean by this, it's got that little, you know, hill on top of it. I round it. So, but if you want to be exact, use a half. But like I said, I like cinnamon, and the rounded is, to me, perfect. The next thing you're going to be putting is a half a cup of raisins. I'm using dark. You can use golden if you want, whatever that you prefer, light or dark or golden. And again, if you want to go a little bit over that half a cup, even better. Not a lot, but just a tish or so. And I'm going to blend this together. Worrying about the sound. And this is where you don't want to overbeat it. Now, it's optional. You could put a quarter of a cup of chopped nuts if you like, whatever type of nuts, walnuts, pecans, macadamia, whatever, almonds. And you also could add about a quarter of a cup or even a tish little more of your unsweetened chocolate chips too if you want. But the nuts and the chocolate chips, of course, are optional. All right. Now I'm just going to take my paddle out, take off the excess because I hate to waste anything, because baking is quite expensive these days, so who wants to waste product? I know I don't. And then I'm going to use my spatula just to make sure that I've got to the bottom of this mixing bowl and everything is well combined, and I'm just going to do that by hand. Now, it is a wet, sticky batter, so to warn you that ahead of time, but it's easy to work with. Now, I get about 26 cookies out of this recipe. I like to use parchment paper, but you can use your silicone mats if you prefer. And you're going to put down anywhere from 1 to 1.5 tablespoons. I like to use my scoops. I'm going to show you the smaller one, which I'm not using for this recipe. I'm actually using this one, and I think you can see the difference in size. I get 26 cookies when I'm using this particular scoop. Of course, if you use a smaller scoop, you're going to yield more, or therefore, you know, a bigger scoop, well, you're going to have less cookies. And I would suggest to put them at least an inch apart from one another, okay? And I'm not going to bore you how to put down cookies on parchment paper, but what I also want to suggest is just wet your fingers a little bit and just flatten them down just a little bit. You want a nice rounded top, but you don't want them too high because you want them to bake through. Now, if you want a crispier cookie, then you're gonna bake it longer. But I would suggest about 350 degrees, and they could take you anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your oven, because you know our oven's all set up so differently. Excuse me. So, you know, you be the judge on that, okay? And again, I get 26 cookies. Now, they don't really spread out too badly, but again, space them, okay? And if you're baking the 2 trays together, I would alternate them in your mid-baking time, all right? Now, I'm just going to rinse my hands, wash them real quickly, because I was working with raw eggs and raw cookie dough. And I'm going to show you what a finished product looks like. And this is how they bake up. They really bake up quite nice and tall, as you can see. You'll be able to see the raisins or the nuts or the chocolate chips. In this particular recipe, I just have raisins. I didn't put the nuts or the chocolate chips in. But you can see all of them on the outside. It has a hard crisp top to it, as well as a crisp hard bottom. Now, if you like a softer cookie, then back off on your time a little bit. I like them right in between, and I'll tell you why. When you break them open, you'll have this wonderful moisture to them and chew to them, yet the top and the bottom have that crisp when you bite into it. So you have crisp and you have soft. Oh, they're just absolutely delicious with a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, that kind of thing. What I will tell you to do, though, is that let them sit a few minutes on your tray and then transfer them to a cooling rack, okay? And again, adjust your baking times to what you know your oven bakes well at, that kind of thing, okay? So that's it for me today. I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. If you got a question or a comment, please write to me, but please know I only put my videos on YouTube. So if you write to me on YouTube, I'm going to get your question. I'll get your comment. And that's one of the reasons why I no longer put my recipes on it. And I'm not alone on this, that's for sure. But I got tired of people pinning it, posting it, claiming my work is theirs. But what really did it was people were writing to me and I saw their question and I couldn't answer them. So again, write to me, watch to me on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to subscribe, well, I can't thank you enough. Or like the video or ring the bell. So again, thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. And by the way, I will answer your question or your comment in a timely fashion. I will do my very best. So stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.